Hello, my country people. Welcome back to the news. A former presidential aide under the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Reno Omokri, has stirred up discourse with his recent analysis of the hotly contested Edo gubernatorial election conducted by INEC. Senator Monday Okpebholo of the All Progressive Congress emerged victorious amid mixed reactions on the election's fairness. But this former presidential aide Reno has shared insights on who he feels is the real winner of this controversial Edo gubernatorial polls. And guys, you would be shocked. You see, Monday Okpebholo clinched victory with 291,667 votes, edging out Dr. Asue of the People's Democratic Party, who gained 2,407 to 655 votes. The results, seen as a triumph for APC supporters, sparked jubilation across Edo State. However, Reno Omokri via his social media platforms offered a provocative perspective on the outcome. He suggested that without the influence of political godfathers, that Dr. Asue would have emerged triumphant over Senator Monday Okpebholo, and Reno Omokri criticized what he termed as Obaseki's flawed political strategies, which he believes tainted Dr. Asue chances and led to his defeat. It seems that, according to Reno, the Edo State election was largely transparent and reflected the will of the people, that the emotional response we see is mostly from outsiders, people that do not, in fact, they are not aware of what's happening in Edo State, that he himself, he has deep ties to Edo State and is very well informed on happenings in Edo State, that emotions have their place in romance, in other things, but not in deciding election outcomes. To win, one must be strategic and one must be rational. So this election, according to Reno, was essentially a clash of political influencers. It wasn't about Ihodalo versus Okpebholo directly. Rather, it was about Obaseki versus Oshomole versus Shaibu. And had it been a fair fight between Okpebholo and Ihodalo, devoid of godfather politics, Ihodalo would have prevailed. Now the lesson here is clear. In politics, addition trumps subtraction, and Obaseki's miscalculation and reliance on incumbency couldn't match the grassroots mobilization of Oshomole and Shaibu. Despite social media noises, elections are won on ground and not online. And indeed, elections are won on ground and not online, because even the Labour Party governorship candidate Olumide Akpata, during his online polls, was leading. He was leading during online polls. When they conducted online polls on X, on other social media platforms, Olumide Akpata was leading. How about the election? On the election day, what did we see? In each polling unit, the Labour Party managed to get 5 votes in each polling unit. Some no vote at all. So it became obvious to Edo people and Nigerians that the election was mostly between Ihodalo and the APC candidate Okpebholo. But then Reno is coming with his own point of view that this election wasn't about Ihodalo versus Okpebholo, but it was about Obaseki and Oshomole and Shaibu, because according to him, Obaseki has made a lot of enemies. He has made a lot of enemies in the person of Oshomole, Shaibu, Dan Obi, and other persons that helped him to power. And he stepped on them, betrayed them. Even the Oba of Benin is not in good talking terms with Obaseki because of what transpired now with the Benin traditional artifacts and all of that. How it was returned to Benin, instead of them to take it to the Oba of Benin's palace, it was allocated to somewhere else, and this brought quarrels. But aside that, so many people are saying this Edo election was like a battle between godfathers. So Reno is saying that godfatherism marred this election. But we saw a whole lot of things that marred this Edo election. It's not about godfatherism issue. How about the constant vote buying that we saw? In fact, the party agents of the PDP and the APC were culprits in this act. Some of them were caught buying votes, giving cash gifts to the sum of 10K. Others were seen sharing bread to the people. And then the people will collect these things and cast their votes. The PDP and the APC party agents are guilty of this. What about the overvoting issue? Because the results from the polling units doesn't even tally with the accredited voters. Accredited voters seems to be way more lesser than the votes in total. How is that possible when we are having larger votes than accredited voters in each polling unit? Not in as in some polling units, you can see that there were cases of overvoting. How can the APC be having 300 votes while there are only 200 accredited voters? How about the 100 votes? Where is it coming from? Who are those people that cast those votes? That is the question we should be asking ourselves in this Edo election. How about the fact that, yes, the election was relatively peaceful. There was no violence whatsoever. There was no complaint of violence. The police ensured that it was a peaceful election. But was it a free and fair election? That is the question we should ask ourselves. Was this Edo election a free and fair election? With the cases of vote buying, with the cases of overvoting, even in a viral video showed where they were burning ballot papers. You see? So all those things in a way marred the election. And at the end of the day, the APC candidate was declared the winner of the election. And if you go to some parts in Edo State, some persons were kind of jubilating that Obaseki is out of the race, that Obaseki is... But those people rejoicing should know that Obaseki has finished his second tenure. He has finished his second term as the governor of the state. He is leaving come November. Obaseki and Shaibu will be handing over to the APC candidates. So those people that were rejoicing that, oh, Obaseki has lost out, it's not Obaseki that is contesting. It is Okpebholo. But unfortunately, Obaseki's enemies worked against him. And it affected Ihodalo. It affected the PDP candidate, Aswe Ihodalo. So Reno Omokri has also shared his insight on whom he feels might have been the real winner of the controversial Edo election. If not for godfatherism, he said it would have been Aswe Ihodalo and not Monday Okpebholo. But he said the election was free and fair. So guys, make una come chook mouth for this matter. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.